If in 1985, Muhammadu Buhari executed 3 Nigerians for drug trafficking, how will the same Muhammadu Buhari feel in 2023, handing over the reins of governance to somebody who has already forfeited hundreds of thousands of dollars for drug trafficking?
Viewers and subscribers, this is still BVI Channel 1, where we tell you undiluted gospel truth, bringing you up to speed with what is happening. Let me do a quick follow-up video with respect to the one I published last week concerning the law of karma on Buhari, who, after executed 3 young men from the east, as it was said, for drug trafficking, and currently about to hand over government to a well-known drug baron that had been convicted in the US. Now, the man at the center of that discussion, I mentioned that Osofia, the one popularly known as Osofia Nkem, the Nollywood actor, had come forward to re-emphasize how traumatic it was for him and the rest of his family.
Your elder brother Bartholomew was one of 3 young Nigerians executed by General Buhari in the 1980s after Mr. Buhari took over in a military coup in Nigeria. I can't even begin to imagine what a traumatic experience that must have been for you. Buhari is, of course, Nigeria's current president. Your brother, along with 2 others, were executed by firing squad for a crime which was not punishable by death. They had dealt in drugs, apparently. What influence has that experience had on your life?
Well, if I could understand your question very well, it was about my brother that was killed during the military era, Bartholomew Owoh. He was a brother and a friend, because we were close. Yes, as a human being, when somebody who's close to you was killed in that kind of circumstance. In fact, I was working with the Anambra television that time, and I was so furious that I was shedding tears along the corridors because I didn't see. The only thing that touched me, in fact, the thing that touched me most was the fact that they had to shift the date of effective date of that decree. You know, during the military era, you don't want to stop something, they can just get out one decree, and then the next minute the thing is in operation. So for them to backdate it to involve or include people who did not commit the offense within their own regime, years back, I was very, very bitter, and I thought it was a personal thing to me. Why would it be shifted back to include people who didn't commit the offense before the decree was promulgated or whatever it is? So I was very bitter about it, honestly, and I said a lot of things, even outside. It was a traumatic experience for me, just like you said, and to people, my own people and people around me.
That is it. And you can see the heartlessness of a man who do not have any regard for democracy in the first instance by his truncating democratic process and, doing what they call coup. He came into power and as a military dictator on democratic process, he made a decree and backdated it to execute 3 Easterners. That at the time when the offense was committed, that's the drug peddling, was committed by these 3 young people, it wasn't a death penalty. But when Buhari came into power, he now had to make the decree and backdated it to execute these 3 young men. And it was widely believed it is because they were from the East. And his animosity and hatred for Easterners in Nigeria is unquestionable. Now, that is not even the case. As it is today, the same man that was quick to execute drug peddlers is quick to hand over power as a president to a well-known and convicted drug baron in the name of Tinubu, as the case is already in court. Now, Nigerians are speaking up. Nigerians are now speaking up and asking this question.
If in 1985, Muhammadu Buhari executed 3 Nigerians for drug trafficking, how will the same Muhammadu Buhari feel in 2023, handing over the reins of governance to somebody who has already forfeited hundreds of thousands of dollars for drug trafficking?
And I guess you as a Nigerian, what is your thoughts on this? And my subsequent video will eventually expose a whole lot of things with respect to what is building up this handover of a thing from Buhari to Tinubu. Just watch out for that video, okay? And I must tell you, you stick on this channel, you subscribe, you bring in more people to join as we are building a very formidable community where our eyes and our thoughts are open to ask questions and stand for what is right. I'm Asuzo Chinedu Peters, an advocate for good governance. Help me share this video and drop your comment on the comment section. Bye-bye for now.